Hi guys, it's Roberto Clemente, and in this video, I'm gonna go over what is a standard operating procedure and what is a process. Because a lot of times we hear about systems and processes, and there's no specifics around it, so it's kind of blurred. The line is kind of blurry into what is what. How do you essentially? How do I know what is the difference or what is a process? What is a system and all that kind of stuff. All right. So, but in this video, we're going to go over the standard operating procedures and the processes, because systems is software, basically everything software related. When you integrate software or the softwares that you pick for your CRM or your project management and all that kind of stuff, that is systems. Okay. When it comes to processes, that's what we're going to talk about today. And of course, the standard operating procedures, because they are related. So I'm just going to pull the whiteboard here for you to explain what is what. So let's say that this is standard operating procedures. Everybody knows standard operating procedures is, it's also the abbreviation is SOP. So it's basically a set of instructions on how to do something. For instance, say you got a CRM, all right, and let's say this CRM is go high level, all right. It's very popular. If you don't have it, if you don't know about this software or CRM, let me know. I can send you a link and you can immediately start on it. We can help you build it. We can help you set it up for you. So anyways, go high level as a CRM. Okay. How to use the CRM to how to enter leads or put leads in the CRM manually. Okay. So how to something. All right. Related to the CRM, okay, or project management, okay, or whatever. So there's a set of instructions that you write down step by step. Like if you were explaining it to a child, to a toddler, to a kid, all right, and you go over the details. So first you open the CRM, the CRM, okay. Then you go to leads in the CRM section, and then it's a step by step, or step 1, step 2, step 3, whatever. Okay. While you're doing this, okay, you also record it. You can record it using Loom or something like that, or even Zoom. All right, just record your screen, share your screen, and record, and hit record, and then you record all this. So you have the steps written like one by one, and then you also you may include pictures of click here, whatever, and then you have a video alongside with it. Okay, so this is also very useful. All right, video. And then you record that, you got the video, you got the step-by-step process on how to enter the leads into the CRM manually. And that is the standard operating procedure. So this is a CRM, SOP, and this is just for entering leads in the CRM. You may have different ones for different things, for instance, how to call people using the CRM. Okay, you can have another SOP, and then you have another SOP and another SOP about the CRM, and then on their CRM you have all the CRM SOPs. Okay, for different things. Now, keep in mind, sometimes you might skip all of this because there's also tutorials. But when it comes to your industry, there might be some specific things that you want to do in that CRM, and of course, you want to explain them. All right, so you can do that as well. Now, anyways, what is a process? Okay, so a process is a sequence of activities to achieve a business outcome. So it provides a general overview of these activities. Okay. Now, what is an SOP? An SOP is a documented, specific guide on how that activity is performed. So you may call it a process is, let's say, as we'll say, a sequence of activities. Okay. And then the SOP is basically the specifics or detailed sequence, detailed activity. The detailed activity. So it's basically it goes into details, or for example, let's say the process is the process is a general guide that tells you, for instance, when it comes to cooking, how do you cook chicken or how do you make a soup? All right. Now, a standard operating procedure is the one that tells you the specific, the right amount of salt or water or seasoning or, like 2 tablespoons of this or that, whatever. So it goes into detail. All right. But also the process is a sequence of this activity. So it's just not one. Standard operating procedure can be 1 or 2 or 3, but how do you connect this standard operating procedures with each other? That is the process. So what is connecting these standard operating procedures is the process. So this is the process, this connection. Okay. How do you, for example, let's say when it comes to following up with leads, okay, you may have a CRM, an SOP on how to enter leads into the CRM manually. All right. But alongside with that, you can have the process for, let's say, the sales process. And because this part of the sales process, how do you enter a lead? That's part of the sales process. The sales process, you may have a sales process for outbound leads, inbound leads, for lead generation and stuff like that. For the sales process, lead generation, let's say that you reach out to a potential lead on Facebook. Then you have to enter the lead manually if you don't have an automatic connection or something to facilitate this into the CRM. Okay, so then you have the standard operating procedure to do that. Now, once you enter in the CRM, what happens next is that you're gonna call that lead or send an email to that lead. See, that's process. That's a part of the sales process or sales and lead generation process. Okay, and so basically it connects one thing to the other. All right. The how to enter a lead manually, then you have to call that person or you have to send an email. All right. And all of that is part of the process. Then you have to follow up. Okay. So basically that's part of the process. All right. So you see, now you have several standard operating procedures connected. Standard operating procedure, how to enter the lead manually. Standard operating procedure, how to call the lead through the CRM. Okay. Then this one, standard operating procedure, send an email. Then a follow-up of what happens here may be a follow-up by calling the lead or by triggering a nurture sequence on these steps, nurture sequence. If the lead doesn't convert when you contact the lead once or twice, then, a nurture sequence is triggered in your CRM. So see how all these standard operating procedures are connected. So here on this step, you have another SOP on how do you do that. If that happens manually, if that happens automatically or whatever. So if it happens manually, then you have that step here where they have to go to a certain tag, apply a certain tag to the lead to trigger the nurture sequence to the lead. Okay, so see, now you have a set of detailed activities, okay, that happens within this that are a part of this SOP, and then you have the process, which is what connects this sequence of activities with each other. All right, and that's the sales and lead generation process. You cannot have a sales and lead generation SOP, right? Because there are several steps, several things that are not necessarily related to each other that happens in a certain order, depending on many scenarios, whether it's an inbound lead, okay, is an outbound lead, or whether that lead comes from a form in the website or it comes from lead generation efforts on social media. So a bunch of those things. Okay, so just keep in mind that you got to have your process, and then you got to have SOPs along with that process. And then, of course, you got to have people to assign this standard operating. It's best if you start documenting from the very beginning everything that happens in your company or in all the processes, so that you're able to later on outsource it to people that have experience with this task and stuff like that. If you need help with that, reach out to us, proctolva.com. We can help you bring a virtual assistant to help you take care of these things and actually build the standard operating procedures for you. Okay. We have a process already in place to facilitate that. So you can come to us and we'll help you with it. I hope this video has brought value to you, and I'll see you in the next one.